Hey guys, Dalen here, and welcome to this video. So this is actually going to be my first loot video. As you can tell from the title, it's going to be killing 1,000 Gladii or Gladius. They're actually pretty good. Keep in mind, these took me a really long time to do. Like, not really long time, but it took me like 6.5 hours. And the reason that it took me so long is just because I wasn't potting, I wasn't like praying or anything. I was using Death Lotus, which isn't like DPS gear, it's tank gear, but I don't really have any better range gear than that, so that's what I was using. I was using dual chaotics for part of it and royal crossbow for part of it. Most of it was dual chaotics though. So keep in mind that's why it took so long. So in the video with at the final price check and all that stuff, keep them if you want to like find out my per hour rates. It's divide it basically by 6. You can, I guess, count the extra half an hour, but it's basically 6 hours to do this, and you know, you can easily speed all this up. Like I said, I didn't do any potting, I didn't do any praying or anything. So if you pray and pot, you can kill these way quicker than I did. You could probably do 1,000, probably 4 to 5 hours if you pot, and if you have better gear than me. So yeah, so I just showed all the key drops. I didn't show the Serenic scales, but, you know, whatever. So, anyways, guys, let's just go to the live game and go to the price check. Okay, guys, so here is all the loot that I got. I think I got pretty lucky with Gladii. I got about 19 keys. Actually got 20 keys, but one of them was from the Casparius, which I only killed when they got in the way. Sometimes at the spot that I was killing them, they would kind of float out of their little jail cell and come and heal, so I had to kill them on occasion. So I did get one extra second disc key, but I'm not going to be showing that in this price check because it didn't come from a Gladii. Some of these things, like the charms, I'm sure a few charms came from that because I use a charm imp and whatnot, but for the most part, all of this loot is from Gladii, because the only drop that I pick up from Gladii was that one key, and that's just because I didn't want to leave it on the ground because it was some extra cash. So, like I said, I think I got a little lucky. 19 keys from 1k kills. That's a little bit less than 1 every 50 kills, which I think is a little bit higher than the actual drop rate, but you know, what can you do? I also got 4 Serenic scales, which it was pretty cool. I didn't film those, but they were cool to just, you know, have some Serenic scales. So I got 4 of those. So that's 1 every 250 kills, which is was pretty good. These guys are pretty good for crimsons, but anything else are pretty crap. I got 714 crimsons, 67 blues, 80 golds, and 22 golds and 80 greens. Wow, I'm tired. So they're decent for crimsons, but beyond that, they're really not good for anything. From what I heard, I think they can rival Water Fiends for crimsons, and also Gladii give a lot better money than Water Fiends, so if you need some cash and you want get some crims, Gladii are definitely something you should go for, because they actually do have a very good crim drop rate, and you make some money on top of that. So, you know, if you're training summoning costs money, why not? I got some good rare drop table drops. Well, not really good, but I got some. I got Loot Path and Tooth Halves. Got a Rune 2H, Rune Battle Axe, Dragon Dagger, Rune Square Shield, and 44 Toad Flax, so those are all rare drop table drops. The rest of this stuff obviously comes from the drops themselves. Got 100 adamant plate bodies, 44 addy plate legs, 37 rune plate legs, 106 rune maces, which is actually pretty cool, and I'm expecting that to bring in a decent amount of cash. 56 rune longswords, which is pretty good as well. From all the ascension shards that I picked up, I was able to get 3.3k ascension bolts, which will be something cool to sell as well. I also got about 402k from coin drops, so pick up your coin drops because it does add up, you know, why not? So I'll show you the price check. I price checked this a little bit earlier, and I'll show you that real quick. So it's about 19 mil. So it's around 20 mil in the 6.5 hours. I'll just round up to 20 for a nice round number. So that's about 3.3 mil per hour. And keep in mind, like I said, I didn't do any potting, I didn't do any praying. I'm not really wearing DPS gear. I'm wearing tank gear. So for those of you guys that, you know, are maxed, may not have good gear, or not maxed, have good gear, willing to pot and pray, you can easily get probably around 3.5 to 4 mil an hour at Gladii. So that is definitely something to go for, you know, if you're not feeling up to bossing, or if you want just something, you know, to have some fun. Because, I mean, Gladii are actually pretty fun to kill. I mean, I don't usually like grinding out monsters because I find them quite boring, but Gladii actually weren't that bad. The stun is a little bit annoying, but once you get used to just how it works and the mechanics of it, it's really easy just to deal with. So, yeah, I found it pretty entertaining. I don't know if I would do it again, another 1k kills. I basically grinded this out, like, straight. I did this for, like, 6.5 hours straight. So I don't know if I'd do that again, but I definitely would go back to them, and for Slayer tasks, definitely do Gladii. I usually do Rorari, but I think I might start doing Gladii because they are better money than Rorari, and they don't take, I don't think they take that much longer, and you know, they're just better money in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell all this stuff off screen, and then I'll come back and show you guys how much money I made. Okay guys, so after selling everything, I actually got under what I price checked, which I'm not entirely surprised about that. I'm only under about 400k, so that's not that big of a deal to me. The big place where I lost out money was on the keys. They weren't really selling at their GE price. Most of them sold for around 50 to 100k under that. So I'm not really that disappointed, and I'm not actually all that surprised either. I assume that they're probably dropping due to Araxor. The new boss is going to be coming out soon. Mostly, I'm pretty sure one of the reasons that they're dropping is just because people kind of want to hold off on doing the Ascension bosses until they kind of figure out what Araxor is going to drop, how the drops are going to get implemented. So I'm pretty sure keys are probably dropping right now. Depending on how Araxor is going to go and how it goes, they may go up or down. That's one of the things that will fluctuate with the release of Araxor. So, like I said, I'm not too surprised, but I'm actually pretty satisfied. 18 mil in about 6 hours. It's about 3 mil an hour. So even, like I said, at my gear is pretty good, but it's not ideal for making money like that. You're gonna want to have DPS gear. You're gonna want to have Armadillo or Pernix. Ideally, you want to have like Ascensions, but if you can't afford Ascensions, obviously just go for Dual Chaotix or Royal Crossbow or even a Zerite bow if you can get one of those. So you know, I'm satisfied with the 3 mil an hour. Gladii are pretty good money. Like I said, I recommend that. I recommend Gladii for people who are either max combat and have kind of medium tier gear, or if you're not maxed and you have access to like extreme range potions or Anguish, the range turmoil prayer. If you have access to those, definitely you can easily get better money per hour than I did. I got about 3 mil an hour, which even by itself is pretty good. So Gladii are very good. They're actually up there with, you know, Frost Dragons and Exile Calphites and whatever. You know, the money making method is up there. So definitely, Gladii are something that I recommend to kill if you're kind of a medium tier kind of person, don't really want to do a lot of bossing, not really ready for bossing yet. On some levels is actually better than bossing, because with bossing you really are focused on getting the rare drops from the bosses. For the most part, some bosses have decent normal drops, but a lot of them don't, and so you're relying a lot on the rare drops. With Gladii, and on another level, Rorari as well, they have, the keys are fairly common. You get about 1 every 50 kills. I actually went, it was kind of annoying, so I kept track of what kills I got in what hour, so I would get, like, sometimes in between, like, 5 and 6 drops in an hour, and then sometimes I'd go only getting, like, 1 drop in an hour, so it was really annoying. But you know, on average, I get about 4 or 5 drops an hour of keys, and also Serenic Scales was the only things I kept track of. I kept the track of Serenic Scales and keys. So on average, I got about 3 to 4 keys or so per hour. So that was pretty good. You know, it's kind of motivating just to keep going, to see the golden beam of light on the ground, because every key shows a golden beam of light, as you can see from the clips I showed earlier. So anyways, Gladii, recommend them, definitely. They're good, especially if you want to go for Crimsons. You want to get some Crimson Charms. They're very good. They're a little bit worse than Water Fiends for Crimson Charms, and probably some other monsters as well, but they make significantly more money than Water Fiends, so if you're working on making some money as well, Gladii are definitely something that I would recommend. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my first loot video. I have planned to do some other ones as well. This is just the first one I happened to do, and I think it went fairly successfully. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.